It's more nerve-wracking for me to hear us talking to a rap piece of shit like you.
Come on, Mike.
Let's get to it. Man, so ever since the Mike Tyson fight, bro, you got people who are just furious at Jake Paul. I mean, listen. We gotta get a man his props. The man came in, he came to boxing. You know, at first he was acting like a goofy at first, but it seemed like he really taking it serious. And I'm talking about taking it serious when it comes to perfecting his craft.
Hell no!
Because his opponents, he still ain't taking it seriously, it seems like, given the fact that he just fought Mike Tyson. But me, myself, I'm gonna still give him a pass because he's still at the beginning of his career, but it's getting towards that time. And a lot of boxers know that it's getting towards that time for him to face some real competition. That's why you got a lot of people calling him out. I'm talking about everybody from Le'Veon Bell, who was a football player, now he's a boxer, all the way to Carl Froch, Andre Ward, and now more recently, Ryan Garcia. Michael Benson had tweeted this a day ago. It says, Artur Beterbiev offering Jake Paul a shot at his undisputed WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO light heavyweight world titles on Instagram today after the Mike Tyson fight. Now, when Jake Paul finally saw that, he said, just seen this. Top 5 pound for pound fighter in the world calling me out. Ha 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 ha. 4 years in and I run this sport. Now, I think he's kind of over exaggerating. I don't really think it's the fact that he runs a sport. I think it's the fact that people tired of seeing him beat up old people. And that's why people calling him out.
Yeah, that's fact.
Now, even though Jake seemed to be mocking Artur Beterbiev, it seems as if he still didn't say, let's do it, the same way he did with Tank Davis. I mean, with Tank Davis, he said, let's do it. So Artur Beterbiev responded and said, after 4 years, it's time to have serious challenges. And I didn't notice your acceptance or rejection. So what are we gonna do? Now, I'm pretty sure Jake Paul may have seen this tweet, but he just haven't responded. And I'm gonna tell you why he haven't responded, because I don't see him fighting Artur Beterbiev. I don't think he even sees himself fighting Artur Beterbiev. I don't know if he even really wants the belts. It looks like now he's just in it really for the money. So he don't care if he fights top competition. I mean, the young fans gonna watch him anyway because he came from YouTube. I mean, he was on the Disney Channel, you know? So these kids gonna watch whatever he do. You know what I'm saying? My 7-year-old son know that Jake Paul was fighting. He knew Jake Paul was fighting, and he didn't know Mike Tyson. I mean, he know Mike Tyson now, but he didn't know Mike Tyson. But he definitely knew Jake Paul. And you guys remember when I said that the boxers are just tired of him beating them old folks? Well, another boxer, retired boxer, Carl Froch was one of them. He called out Jake Paul. He said, I've had enough. At Jake Paul, I will tie one arm behind my back and finish you for good, clown. And then Jake Paul actually saw that tweet and he said, effing sour loser. Shut the F up. I've done more in 4 years than you have in your whole life. First and last time I respond to your broke, salty butt. Let me know if you want to wash my cars. Carl Froch responded by saying, listen up, Jakey boy, at Jake Paul. I'm 11 years retired. Not done a round of boxing for over a decade. I'm old, gray, and out of shape. But I still give your missus the best night of her life. I bet she dreams about a real man. Let me know if you still want your cars washed. She can let me in through the back door. P.S. I knock you out in 30 seconds. You are useless, clown. Now, once again, another boxer, you see that he's not really saying, let's do it, you know, the way he did with Gervonta Davis, somebody who's way smaller than him. He just kind of brushes him off by calling him a broke, salty loser. But then Ryan Garcia was one of the most recent ones. He said, alright, I've been quiet for some time, but I've been cooking on some plans before my actual return to the ring. Here is the plan before April. Exhibition in December in Japan against the guy who fought an aging Manny Pacquiao and tried to knock him out. Now, obviously, he's talking about the guy who last fought Manny Pacquiao in the exhibition. He's a Japanese kickboxer, and his name, I don't really know how to pronounce it, is Rukaya Enpo. I mean, if I'm saying it wrong, it is what it is, my bad. So he got to be talking about that guy because that was earlier this year, and Manny Pacquiao is 45 years old. So he's talking about him, the guy named Rukaya Enpo. But nobody wants to see that. But then he ends the tweet by saying, and then go after Jake for Uncle Mike. Now, this is the one that I actually want to see. Everybody's talking about Carl Froch and Andre Ward and Le'Veon Bell and Artur Beterbiev. I mean, I guess the one with Artur Beterbiev would be pretty cool too. But I really want to see this one. This one that I would love to see. Ryan Garcia fighting Jake Paul. But Ryan Garcia ain't that big. I don't see Jake Paul coming down too much. I see him coming down maybe to 180, and that's a maybe. And I think Ryan Garcia can get up to 180. So I definitely would love to see this bout. And listen, if this bout were to ever happen, I definitely got Ryan Garcia knocking this dude out in the first round with a left hook. But unfortunately, Jake Paul is not going to accept this fight. He's not going to accept fighting somebody like a Ryan Garcia. He's not going to fight somebody like a Andre Ward. He's not going to fight somebody like a Carl Froch. Maybe he'll fight somebody like a Le'Veon Bell, somebody who was an NFL player who turned boxer. Maybe he'll fight somebody like that. But he ain't fighting one of these seasoned fighters who's not that old. And I know some of y'all probably going to say, well, Carl Froch is in his 40s. He's like 47. Well, listen, to Jake Paul, they're still not that old. So I think he'll probably wait till he get like 50 to fight him. He wouldn't fight him right now in his 40s, though. He don't plan to fight any actual boxers. I think the only way that we can really see him fighting a professional boxer, if he really wants to fight Tank Davis, somebody way smaller than him, or if Canelo finally decides to say, you know what, come on, let's do it. But then again, I could be wrong, because he probably doing all that for clout as well, because he probably definitely would turn Canelo down if he wouldn't fight Artur Beterbiev or Andre Ward. So if he don't fight none of those guys, man, let's make this happen. Let's make Jake Paul versus Ryan Garcia. You guys should call for this. Make it happen.